Hello. Good evening, everybody. How are we all? Let's see here. Switch this over. There we go. I was feeling a bit drained earlier today, so I ended the stream a little earlier than maybe normal. Not super early, I suppose. All right. Okay, so for those that missed it, last time we got the flowers and the grass and the mushrooms and the tall mushrooms and the tree set up on top of some of these pillars. And on this one we put a building even. And there will probably be a lot of these buildings going along here. Ooh, the city's looking nice. Hi, Nee. It's nice to see you again. I'm glad you like it. So, well, to start with, I'll probably take it easy. And, you know, I'll probably put like a building on top of this. Good way to diversify the little islands, exactly. Probably put buildings on this one. Actually, let's see, 117. I actually question if this looks good a little bit. Let's turn this around. And try it in vain to click on this a second time. Let's rotate this. Well, that's a little awkward actually. Huh. Oh dear. Alright, well, maybe that won't work out after all. Alright, that's not gonna work. Do you have bridges in this aesthetic you could use? Kind of. Here, this. It's just these. Here's the bigger one. That's something, kind of. It is a little short. So there's this one as well. I guess I could try something like this. Well, I'm not sure what else I could do to dress it up, to be honest. Could just leave like this. See, the thing is, I don't even want this to be infantry only. I kind of just want this blocked off entirely, because it's a little too skinny to allow anything to pass through. And I guess I could make it infantry only, but I don't really see a point of having infantry be able to go through here since there's nothing back here. It's just admittedly dead space. You are here, you're already at the base. Yeah, basically. That's pretty much it, yeah. I don't think this hurts being left here though, so I might just leave it regardless. Well. Ah well. Makes me think like a temple or something. You're staring well sight. You know, I was kind of thinking something similar. Just leave this in the middle. Something like this. Very ominous. Monolith. Yeah. You know, let's try putting the decorations on and see how it looks. Let's try getting a tree first. Probably could have some interesting history. Yeah, perhaps. Be a spiritual side of some sort. Yeah, exactly. There we go. Now let's put down the big flowers. Raise them up a bit. Let's try just 5. That's fine. Alright, there we go. Alright, let's try 14 actually. Alright, let's raise this one up a little bit. Let's not. Let's grab the mushrooms next. It's quite an intense remix. Autosave. It's going to be a long one. We're almost up to 5,000 objects at this point. Alright, let's put something here too. Alright. There we go. I think this will do. And save for a very long save. Da-na-na-na-na. 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 All right. Let's see. Yeah. I think so too. The fungus spores in the air. Yeah, that would be a little something. Yeah. Ooh. I'm just kind of throwing these together, which is not like me, but I'm gonna try to force myself to try something a little different. Plus, it does look good as much as it like triggers my like hatred for non-symmetry, I guess. It does look nice. There we go. This is actually kind of a neat connection here. Let's try a different angle. The Naboo rooftops make me think of like temples of various types with combined with everything else. Makes me feel like some sort of sacred site to people. I like that. Actually, here we go. Hey, how about that? There we go. Let's try to angle this into here somehow. Alright, how? So after I modded for EAW, but also after my original PC stopped working and I couldn't do it anymore, and I kind of moved on to other things, I, for a time, got really into doing map editing for Super Smash Bros. Brawl. I never liked Smash 4's map editor, but got really into brawls. I remember I had this like sort of dungeon, very vertical map that used this theme that's playing here. So whenever I think of this theme, I think of that. Wherever I hear a theme, I think of that. I think partly also because I didn't play whatever the original game it's from is. So that'll do it. And it's not really featured primarily in a Smash level as it is already, so. Yeah. I actually, part of the reason I never got Smash Ultimate was just because there was no map editor. And I kept waiting for there to be a patch where they had a map editor, but they never did, so I never got it. But then again, I was also waiting for something like the Subspace Emissary to come back. I already had my main fun. Yeah, I did. I was also waiting for another like Subspace Emissary. I really love that, but that never made a return in any form. So I just kind of like, no, I guess Smash isn't for me anymore. And then the Zoomers took over the Smash community, and they were terrible. Because they were like, nobody ever wanted to add Banjo-Kazooie. And it's like, oh yeah, that was definitely not something that every millennial was excited for. I was born after 9/11. Nobody wanted Banjo-Kazooie in Smash. It's like, yeah, okay, kid. I'm being a boomer here, but let me have this. Stupid kids and their 17 Fire Emblem characters that are all wielding swords. That's actually not their fault. That's just Smash being stupid. You want what's really... I think I've ranted about this before. You know what pisses me off is that, like, Fire Emblem does have very interesting and unique characters, and none of them are in Smash. They just picked the Lord and Lady classes for Smash. Like, but Sora is a sword character. And it's crazy because it's not even that they only picked the leaders, because there were leaders with like axes and stuff. In fact, what was it? Hector from the first one for America was a giant blue-haired guy with an axe, and the guy was a tank. Like, there were instances where you'd be fighting and like the enemy would just deal no damage to him. It'd be nice to see a character like that instead of, like, a sword character. Yeah. Or if you want to go crazy, add one of the pirate characters because they got boomerang axes. It would be an interesting addition to Smash. Yeah. Really, I just want like Shantae, Shovel Knight, stuff like that. Or any of the many interesting Square Enix characters that aren't from Final Fantasy VII. Like, you know, Gino. Or Kefka. Or Vivi. Or Emmett Selk. Or if you want to go full meme, the guy from Final Fantasy X that's racist. The crossovers are so annoying. You get the worst mascots too. Like, ugh. He's the guy that like his class is actually like like the equivalent of soccer, but it's like called blitzball or something. I'm sorry. I'm sorry to everyone who plays 10 that knows what I'm talking about. Waka. I think his name is Waka. Let me look that up. Waka racist. Waka is... Yes, okay. Let me type it in. Yes, and he's kind of a meme because he's racist, but like it's explored well, but like it's also kind of a meme because like he's racist against like a fictional race, sort of, and like every the people he's white and the people he's racist against are also white, so that kind of helps it. And he kind of has to come to terms with that, but that's a whole theme in the story or whatever. But apparently he's super popular in Japan. Those no good, I'll bed. Wait, what's this angle at? So what's the opposite of 215? It's not that. Is it 40? It's not 40. Is it 25? No. 35? It's 35. Okay. Let's connect these together like this. The name of the place reminds me of... I'm not visually. Okay, so what is it then? But it gives me that vibe. Let's save just in case. It's a temple complex. Huh. You can try, I doubt it. I thought I couldn't figure out what it was, so. Let's try 305. Yeah. Just send it to me on Discord if you want. Suppose that works. Should I make this the edge of the city? ba, ba. Hmm. Oh, I think I've seen this before. Is this in India? Oh, wait, I know where I've seen this. Oh, it's not in. Oh, no, it's not. Near India, okay. Gonna say it looks a lot like the structures in the Jungle Book from the original one. Yeah, I don't. I did specifically look to find a way around that, and I couldn't. Very annoying. But I don't know. Maybe that's for the best. Most of the time, anyway. Ah, well. There we go. It's a little too similar here. It's stuck in the clouds, but I think what can I do? How about here? I like how the spires stick out from the ground level. Yeah. I'm trying to keep this place sort of unpatterned for the most part. Speaking of, so need something here. Think. Hey, there we go. Nope, autosave got me. Okay. 30, is that 50? I think it is. Let's connect them just so. There we go. And save. All right. Hey, can you hear the music okay, by the way? In theory, you should, but... Okay, cool. I figured with the Mushroom Kingdom theme, this was appropriate. It's a bit quiet, okay. I can turn that up a tiny bit. Let's see. Alright. I did sort of, but since your volume level is locked at a certain threshold, maybe it's for the best of this choir. Yeah, I said it last night when I was trying to be quiet because everyone else was asleep. So, there is that. You know, actually, I'll leave this sort of open as a courtyard of sorts. And right here too. Not here. I played the original Luigi's Mansion. I found it hard to get into. It also just felt wrong for there to be a Luigi game where you didn't jump. Oh, these don't work. I don't like that. Oh, hang on. Still? There we go. I mean, am I wrong? I mean, granted, I did go back and play it many years later, and I was like, yeah, it's okay. But I just remember I put it down very quickly after I first started playing it, because it was just not what I wanted at all. Sometimes the game just doesn't mesh with what you're looking for from it. Banjo-Kazooie Nuts and Bolts. That wasn't one I actually played because I didn't have an Xbox, but I know that was the case for a lot of people. I think that's like the go-to example now of a game that's actually okay, but so far from the original franchise that people hate it. pretty good. Well, maybe once the people who played that as their first Banjo game grew up, they will be the ones to voice their love for it. Well, you know, just generally iterations of a series. To some extent, but I also kind of feel like at this point, Banjo-Kazooie's kind of a dead franchise, isn't it? Because it was like nuts and bolts and then nothing for a very long time. I did play ukulele. It was okay, but most seems to exist for an inspiration for new things. Yeah, kind of. I did play ukulele. It was alright. It didn't deserve the hate it got. In some ways, I kind of realized that maybe ukulele had the problems it did because of like rage baiting. But it was not perfect by any means. I found the lack of interest in combat kind of frustrating. And I sort of realized that having all the different attack moves meant more to me in the original Banjo-Kazooie than I thought it did. Because having just one attack one or two attacks just ended up being really boring in ukulele. This just meant like, and there wasn't a ton of reason to fight enemies either, so it's just kind of like not super interesting combat that I didn't want to engage with in the first place. Yeah. I had I guess I would say different political persuasion back then, but I think what pushed me over was just that I realized people were kind of idiots and overreacting while being like, oh, look at how much the SJWs react to everything, and meanwhile they're just like throwing hissy fits over them. Like, grow up. Variety is the spice of life, they say. People who use the term snowflake whine so much. There tends to be a lot of projecting from people like that. Yeah. I am not by any means the most emotionally mature person, but like, it was too much even for me back then. I was just like, what the hell? Like, do we need to make a big hissy fit about every little thing? And like, I didn't know that like stuff to rage over was being cherry picked because it got more clicks. But I still had like this annoyance with how every little thing became a big fake controversy. Things they say others are doing, ironically they are exactly. It's like one person did something stupid. It's like, okay, do we have to have like the whole chat freak out over this for the next 20 days? Kind of pretty. Gritzy Desert. What's this from? Oh, it's from Mario and Luigi. That kind of makes sense, actually. It does sound RPG-ish. outrage attracts discussion, so it tends to be focused in gaming circles, especially with like news and YouTube videos. And even people, yeah. Let's say theoretically, hypothetically, that I said something controversial on YouTube and it got a bunch of clicks. Would I therefore not be incentivized to say more ridiculous things on YouTube? Hypothetically. This is a nice song, isn't it? My sister played the Mario and Luigi games. I did not, but she seemed to like them quite a bit. Oh, I always wonder if I should go play them sometime. Oh gosh, there's so many good games to play. I don't know how people find time to play video games anymore. I mean, I guess I don't even have like a shortage of time myself. It's just that there's all sorts of other things I want to do. Maybe I should. Let's get rid of that one. Alright, so this city wraps all the way around here. That's kind of neat. Question is, what do I want to do with these areas over here? Considering just leaving them blank. Maybe not. I don't know. It does look good, right? Oh, no, not with this setup. I mean, not unless I got rid of... I just made this normal texture everywhere, which would be like... Which is something I could do, but like... I don't know, sunk cost fallacy with how much work I put into not doing that. You can kind of do rivers, but they're sloppy. And a little risky, but... And I'm kind of in the sunk cost fallacy of like wanting to keep... either the shifting sand or something similar, since I like literally designed around that. This place has to start somewhere. I think this is pretty good. I do too. Yeah, exactly. The water is the sand. Oh, my chest. I need to pop my back. Ooh. You could have like a road leading to the city complex. I suppose I could do something like that. Let's save before we try anything. I could also just put mountains. Fake mountains, probably. Or real. I could definitely do real. Just make a giant mountain complex all along here, I suppose. I mean, what do you think? Well, I did save, so there's no harm here. Let's start with smooth. Intensity 5. From here, it'll be running along here. So I don't think it'll obstruct the view. A little bit of this city, but that's okay, I think. I'm not really sold on like doing construction of some sort here. I think I just kind of want to like omit it. Let's try them out and see how it goes. Put a peak here. Peak here. Small peak here. And we'll have this lead to one really big peak here. Another big one here. And then a medium one here. Alright. Now we go to sharp. Keep the intensity down to 4. And we'll go to 60. Actually, we'll go to this view. These mountains might not be tall enough for what I want, but let's see. Alright. Hell yeah. Waluigi time. Alright, that's... Cut this down here. Oh. Come on. Oh, they almost look like bubbles in the map when they're loading like that. On the save screen. There we go. Alright. See, you spent a lot observing how mountains look from above. Well, it took me forever to do the mountains. Did you see the Pashvi Bridgia video? to talk about Prakith. One of the videos on my channel, about Pashvi and the Pashvi Bridgia map. One second. Give me 1 second here. Let's see. Let me pause the Mario music quick, and I'll just show you my own screen. Watch my own video from my own stream. How about that? Alright, let's unmute this. Partly, I just want to break up the train to form a surface around the side, which range for the edges. Such as snow and such as for blue savanna. Okay. What I hadn't counted on, however, can you hear that okay? Is that too quiet? Oh, watch together. Is this loud enough? You have to start over again and again. Never imagined it was time consuming. Prakith hasn't this time something like this had happened. I can't hear past you well. Okay, 1 second. Let's turn that up. It's gonna be a lot louder now. Here we go. Prakith. Piss off. But this wasn't the first time something like this had happened. How's that? Is that okay? I want to turn it up more, but I forget that, like... Okay. Play from there. Happened. Prakith has a beautiful city I'm still really proud of, especially parts like this. But the mountains are another story. See how lumpy they are? I spent months working on these mountains on and off, and frankly, they still look bad. But today, I can put together a good-looking mountain in minutes. I learned to do this through looking at real mountains, copying height maps, and of course, practice. So perhaps someday I'll figure out how to make a savanna map I'm happy with as well. Yeah. I have another video like this, just a straight up tutorial on how to do this as well. Let me turn that desktop volume back down again. It's going to be a little louder than it was before, but still quiet. There we go. The way they are structured. Oh yeah. These mountains have a realistic look to them. Yeah, thank you. This needs a vein here. It's kind of like a root shape. Yeah, it's not inaccurate. It's very veiny, because like that's how mountains just kind of look. They connect with each other and stuff. This is maybe not super accurate, but this should maybe be... There we go. There we go. Kind of. that off. Supposedly, all these songs were in Brawl, which I played the crap out of, but I don't recognize half of them. From that doesn't get much play. Well, the way Brawl worked was that they had like music tracks that were like alt tracks for every map, and you could like adjust the likelihood of something popping up, so maybe that was part of it. It was in Melee that was like there was like one track per map and then like a 10% chance of getting like the alt track unless you press like certain buttons. Whereas in Brawl, you had like something like, well, you would unlock the songs over time, but like there would be like up to like 20 different tracks per map, and you could like weight their likelihoods of popping up, which was kind of cool actually. People hated on Brawl more than it deserved. Esports players are the worst. I did kind of think that for a time. Between my experiences with Smash and Nintendo or Super World of Warcraft, so many things got ruined for the sake of trying to please the esports. That's just me being grumpy. Sometimes you're too polite, me. I could say something completely outlandish and you'd be like, oh, I understand how that is. Oh, autosave. Is that the end of the playlist? I believe it is. I've been recently playing Team Fortress 2. It's one of those games where a competitive focus took over how things are designed, and it can be annoying. Yeah. I think the internet might have changed the way people play to some extent. Because the game is not balanced, the competitive players only play with like a fifth of the things in the game, so Valve would try to make the other things appealing to that group. Well, it's better to buff one thing than to just only nerf the other. Have you ever heard the joke about Blizzard unscrewing a light bulb? How does Blizzard screw in a light bulb? They don't. They nerf darkness. It's kind of funny. But like, what kind of things in Team Fortress 2? I'm wondering. This feels like it's taking forever. This isn't even that big an area, but it feels like it's taking forever to do. I said, like, what kind of things do they mess with in Team Fortress 2? I'm wondering. Mainly changed how items. Oh, okay. Would that mostly be for the positive, or just not really? Oh wait, I could kind of guess. Like they took very big layers and reworked various things entirely, and then in some cases put them back to how they were before. I can definitely see like a company making items less fun but more pragmatic for competitive play. Yeah, that tends to happen. I think sometimes TR suffers from that a little bit, but I guess most of our players do, most players do play rather. No, maybe not even most, but a lot of players do play with a lot of fierce difficulty. But I don't know. I guess it's not terrible because people, if it was bad, we wouldn't have so many people playing the mod. So, but I do tend to come down on one side versus the other on split decisions in that issue. I do tend to rule in favor of, well, it seems like it's fun more than this is good for balancing. Yeah. How's that? I wonder how. Well, it is what it is, so let's go ahead and give it a whirl. Gosh, I forgot how long tech drink work can take. I think sometimes it's a question of, look at the big picture of it. It's a single player at the game. In the end, the player will be super strong anyway, so you can let it be a fun power trip in places. Yeah. But then holding the player back is also necessary times to make the AI harder and make the game more fun. Yes, and that does help with replayability. I think TR is very much designed more with replayability in mind than necessarily the first experience. For better and worse. Let's leave that one alone. There's lots of food in the fridge, but none of it is like the kind of thing I want to eat right now. Which is making me a little frustrated. You ever have that where there's like tons of food, so there's like no excuse to go out and get food or whatever, but then none of it's what you're in the mood for? Drives me crazy. Time to order some pizza. Not right now. I want like Chinese, I think. Chinese and yes, all the time. Chinese and maybe tomato soup, but it's hard to justify getting tomato soup when there's lots of chicken soup and gumbo. It's my eternal struggle. Hear me and no suffering. Ah, not like that. Oh, sorry. All for one and all for all. Let's see. Let's turn that around a bit. Guess we just have to have no food, then we will always have an excuse to get what we want in the moment. Yeah, wait. I was thinking of sneaking off to get McDonald's earlier today, even though I knew it's not healthy. But then I was like gonna rationalize it by like, well, I won't necessarily get McDonald's. First, I'll search for drive-thrus near me. But then I never did. I took a nap instead. I was feeling pretty tired today, actually. But it's my own fault for staying up late. Then again, I couldn't sleep either, so. YouTube is bugging out again. Oh, how so? Oh, it's back. Okay, well, that's good. Oh, that reminds me. I should probably actually have music playing. That would help. Let's see if we don't hate this. Oh, that's kind of sad music already. Slide one down, vein down here. Alright. It was like not letting me send messages and it flickered the playback. Oh, that's not good. It happened earlier too, huh? I don't know what would be causing that. And again, YouTube is screwy. Actually, it's pretty stable, all things considered, but still. Autosave! Imagine it's on my end. Well, perhaps. I think you're the only one in here at the moment. Ugh, come on. No, that's fine. Whatever. This overview is looking wild. Oh, yeah. Let's try something stupid and risky, but let's go for it. I want to make this one a really big mountain, so. Send those veins out in every direction. Now let's make this big, smooth. bulged out everywhere. Ooh, look at that. Alright, let's get this here too. Alright, now let's go back down to normal size. Let's go to 55. 0, 0. Smooth this. Have you ever done a volcano? Several. Mostly on older maps though. Ord Mantell, Slay Hayron come to mind. Might be others. How big should a volcano be? Come to think of it, can vary. I mean, Ord Mantel's and Slay Hayrons are very different in size. Slay Hayrons is quite huge, and Ord Mantel has 2 or 3 that are kind of small. Ugh. Slide this around and down. Let's go like this. Down here. Down here. Now let's see if we can make this peak look satisfying. Oh, that's already not terrible. It's not quite steep enough. The peak. Alright. My dogs want something, so I'm gonna save and let them out quick. Be right back. Oh, okay. Let's go with that again. Hello there. Alright. Try something like this. What is your favorite kind of food, incidentally? Apropos of nothing except talking about food earlier. And the fact that I'm a little hungry. Or I guess a favorite food. I don't think I know if anyone really has a favorite food. Or the one favorite food, but like they have favorites. So, one of your favorites. Let's cut. I like these, but I don't want them strung together too much. So let's split them off like this a bit. Alright, let's cut this down here. Oh my god, lasagna! I really like lasagna, pepperoni pizza. It's really easy and always tasty. Those are both good choices. Italian food, pseudo-Italian food to some extent. Well, Italian-American food. That's accurate. Burgers, homemade burgers. I enjoy burgers, but not as much as a treat as, like, one might expect. Let's cut a path down there. Will this look good or terrible? It looks passable. Good. Wait. That's debatably better. Keep striking this along. So like gnocchi's really... Oh, gnocchi is good. Like, I never think I want gnocchi, but then I eat it, I'm like, yeah, this is pretty good. Ravioli. Oh, are you Italian? Is that the pattern here? I guess I prefer Italian food. I would say so. Or the carbohydrates, which I'm very guilty of, admittedly. I just want to eat bread, and lasagna, and Italian food. And just stuff myself without regret. But I'll have regret. Well, actually, I know I won't until I get fat, but I'm already fat, so. It is pain. I really should work out more. But lasagna. I just want to eat bread. I need bread right now. You know, apparently you can trace like every major revolt in history to like times when there was a shortage of bread. So, if you want to know what keeps government stable, it's bread supply. As soon as people can't supply bread for their children, governments get overthrown. Apparently. Like, I think that's what preceded the Arab Spring several years ago. Yeah. Although it's almost too bad that people have to starve before a government actually can be, like, stopped. Stares at Russia. China. Well, United States kind of too, but... problem with having the United States overthrown is that, like, the people who would overthrow it are almost certainly crazy. And the ones that would win the overthrow are the ones with guns. And they'll just kill everybody. I mean, they already tried to overthrow the government because... people can't get simple bread, loaf of bread, something's very wrong, yeah. Let's see here. Doing these individually is probably a mistake. Oh well. Arab Spring, the fundamentalist types took advantage of the civil movement for change. Yeah. Yeah. It's not great. It's hard to imagine an actual government overthrow in a country as big as, like, Russia, China, or the United States, though. Like, those kind of overthrows have to come from, like, the military of said country, you know? Usually not the people. So... yeah, I don't know. Toppling a government is easy when everyone agrees it has to go. Being able to assert that this or that government should take its place because it's a better part. Okay, hang on. Let me just save while I read this. Toppling government is easy when everyone agrees it has to go. Being able to assert that this or that government should take its place because it is better is the hard part. Oh, yeah. We need to destroy the Empire so that we can put Zinj in charge. No, wait. New Republic. No, wait. Greater Madrid. Eh? And people say Star Wars isn't political. This is not great looking. Let's see if I can improve this. I guess it all comes down to whether or not they have bread. That's why we have the food and parts mechanic. Or, we did. We don't, but we did. I mean, technically, Thrawn's Revenge still does. For now. Really, AAWX needs a bread resource. That's what food was. You take bakeries up or up your bread score. That's why Yukio gave plus 10 food. Because it was a big grassland with wheat fields or something. Entire planet of bakeries to have baker cake garrisons. I bet Uri Fen would be a good baker.
When you need the dough, it is important that you go through the underbelly, for there is no easy way to knead a hardened crust. If the crust is solidified too soon, you are kneading your dough too late.
How did you come to know so much about all this bread, Uri?
My people are renowned bakers. It is not something I like to talk about.
I did like how... I really did like that aspect. I was okay on the resource itself, but I really liked the planetary bonuses. That made me happy.
Uri, you didn't tell me you were a baker. I am not. My people are neither bakers nor,
what's the other kind?
Pastry makers. Are neither bakers nor pastry makers. But we do indeed own ovens. Our familiarity with pizzas is well known. It is not something we like to speak of.
It's a little weird. I imagine that, like, them looking super serious with chef hats. Nice. I was thinking if I go to the Legends Con, which I can link here. Give me a second. Here we go. Legends Con. I bet I can post a link. Can you see that link? I was thinking of going to Legends Con, but I wanted to wear something that would like indicate the Empire at War thing, and Corey said there was a complicated, not quite legal thing with the Empire of the Hand symbol, so that was kind of out of the question. So then I thought, well, maybe I can just get the Zon Consortium symbol. Then it occurred to me I could easily cosplay Tiber Zahn, because I would just need to, one, scowl. That's pretty easy for me. I have a resting angry face. Two, get a fake scar. That's what, a marker. Three, a bomber jacket and roll up the sleeves. That's pretty easy. Black pants, also pretty easy. And then get a white wig, which is like the only kind of tricky part. But, I mean, how hard is it to get a white wig? And, I mean, bam, Tiber's on.
You men, back me up.
Send the prisoners. Not like I intend for any of them to escape. We intend to bring any of them with us. Just look up, like... a guy for Sephiroth. Oh, cursed. You've ruined Tiberzon for me. Why wasn't Tiberzon in Super Smash Brothers? That's the real question now. Find a wig there. To be honest, just any Japanese protagonist character is gonna have white hair. It's a weird thing in Japan. But like, white hair represents protagonist or something. I don't get it. That would be funny, actually. You get to bribe your teammates and you can win matches by bribing the enemy. I think there were certain things that might have been immune to bribes, but I'm not sure. I think Royal Guards and Wookiees, because I know they were immune to vehicle crush. Which is kind of trippy, but neat. He doesn't even need to play. The match is already corrupt and he gets like to skip. He sabotages them before the fight begins. Link starts with 100 damage at the beginning. Yeah! Hit them now. His what's his Smash Ultimate or whatever it's called? His final smash. What is it? What is Tiber's final smash? Is it shooting down the Merciless? With the Merciless's bombardment. I kind of think it's got to be the Merciless. Unless it's like a meme or something, but... Let's make this one bigger. Actually, let's stretch it out over here. So that it like provides more of a background. Actually, let's go with a smooth increase. His cloak his ship decloaks behind the marina and shoots the whole screen. Sounds about right. That does sound like Zon Consortium balance. I actually loved playing as a Zon Consortium when I was younger. But I don't know if I really played it like an RTS so much as like almost MOBA, where I control like one hero, have them build pads or whatever, and then slowly like cheese my way to defeat planets through ground only. Oh yeah. Okay. Sand this down. Smooth it out over here. And let's get a smaller brush. This is kind of bothering me. Oh, now I want sushi. And we definitely don't have sushi. I guess you never endured long enough to get its own MOBA mode game. I did ask if we could get like a MOBA style game in multiplayer, and Corey was like, I mean, we could, but do we want to dedicate the resources to try to set that up? Because that'd be a lot of work. And it's like, it could be a League of Legends. which I thought was pretty funny. Alright. I think just one more back here. Or, you know, maybe just a bunch of trees back here would be fine. No, I think I got something good going on here. This has got to change a bit. Ugh. Okay, what are you doing to me? Oh my god. Let's just try smoothing this. Okay. We'll smooth it down. Start again. Okay. There we go. Oh. It's a very intricate mountain chain. Yes. No, let's try. There we go. Alright, now save. Oh, look. It's got the little veiny shape. That's how you know you did it right. Let's see here. Texture. And this is the wrong texture, but we'll use it for this anyway. Start rolling it over this. And looks like what you see in Google Maps. Ooh, good. Good, good, good. Just roll it over. Okay, I was afraid I was going to crash the editor for a second there. There we go. Doesn't take kindly to using the fill brush if you don't line it up right. If you don't, oh crap, if you set it wrong. The sacred value of the shifting sands. Yeah, I'm sort of wondering if maybe I should not use this cloud system, but it does look good for the you know, I can just make this really obvious where it is. It isn't. I was wondering if I should change the clouds to just be normal and instead use color filters for everything. I don't know. I guess it wouldn't really help me with making these rocks look mossy, which is kind of a bummer. Oh well. It's something I'll try to get to last. Just figuring out the colors and stuff. They look mossy. See, I like them that they look mossy. It's because of the clouds that they are mossy. So if I do this, they go back to being normal. And we get this, which is, I don't know, it's not great. Of course, I could like do this, and maybe that would look a little bit better, but yeah. See, that's a little bit better, but it's not quite the same as this, is it? Oh well. Let's get this down here. Curacep looks nice. I think I'm attached to it. Yeah. Change does seem weird. I do like the sands, but I have been thinking maybe I should switch to water regardless. The lily pads just kind of look better, maybe. Alright. What's in here? Is that all of it? Perfect. Well, it's worth taking a look at. Yeah. I like the sands too, but I'm starting to not like them as much. But on the other hand, I want to actually use the sands in at least one instance, but it is unique, that is for sure. Place where sand is always flying with mushrooms poking out of it. That is true. That is true. Okay. Let's set this to that. Get some mountain texture of some sort here. Oh! Texture crash. That'll happen. No, thank you. I did just save. I did, comma, just save. No, I didn't. No comma. There we go. Alright, well, I horribly lost the progress of making this not red. Oh, this is actually kind of nice. That's not bad actually. Huh. Might make sense to go smaller though. Or try something like that. Wait, oh, that's texture scale. I'm so dumb. Ooh. I can see only dark. Oh, I'm sorry. That's right. I have to reset the stupid thing in the thing because it always loses track of it. There's the magic mountain texture. Alright. The editor will be my bane. Yes. Yeah, I think I like it too. There we go. They seem even more mountainous now. Yeah. I think I'm gonna reduce the scale. Ooh, maybe not that much. It is kind of trippy, isn't it? I might go with that. I'm starting to wonder if I want this same skybox. I suppose I could look at other options. Let's see. Evening desert sky, day desert sky. Oh, no. I want evening. Darker is definitely better here. Thin atmosphere, how's that? I mean, actually this isn't terrible, but meh. This is kind of wild. I might stick with evening desert sky though. Mountains look a little weird in front of it. Not gonna lie. Do I have anything useful here? This doesn't do anything. This doesn't do anything. This doesn't do anything. This doesn't do anything. That's not appropriate. That's not useful. That's not useful either. The beige one. The evening desert sky or thin atmosphere? There's volcanic orange. It's kind of interesting. Doesn't fit at all. Bespin clouds. Ooh, those are uglier than I remember. Smog. The current one. Shoot, the delay is killing me. Is it this one right now? Think. Guess it's just a matter of Yes, okay. Yeah, excuse me. Guess I just need to fill out the grass and the forests here. You know what? I don't really feel like doing that right now. So instead, I'm gonna like start experimenting with textures here. I'm gonna save quick. Take some time. Make sure doesn't break or anything. I like how the bones are just are like an arc. They are kind of. They were just kind of put there haphazardly as a test, and I never got around to doing anything else with them. But I probably should. I just haven't figured out what yet. Alright, so I've got Temperate Tower Rock 02. Let's see what the other options are. Oh, excuse me. 01, 02, 03. Oh. How will this look, I wonder? This is size 200. Okay. 200. Let's try something crazy. Actually, no. We can leave this the same. Oh, interesting. It's okay. That's kind of interesting. Let's paint a design here then. I think I'll want to mix this with a third texture as well, so. So, try this. Okay, we'll do that. And I'm wondering if this will be fine. Or if I should do something else with it. Let's go to nature settings, remove this. That's not bad. I actually might just leave that. Something to consider, certainly. And then we'll go to Temperate Tile Rock, the third type. This is the quote-unquote clean-looking one. It's got the same bump texture as the more these ones. And just put them in all the on the edges here, maybe. I know I'm basically undoing my work here. I suspect these will blend possibly better. Possibly. Wait. And I want to be spicy. It's set to the wrong angle. Just to fuck with how they interact. Well, maybe I won't do that. Autosave. Such a pain. Let's go to 0. They do look about the same, don't they? Oh wow, they really do. Alright, maybe I'll make these a little more yellow. See if they match the outside kind. Not really. Let's see. Well, it's kind of something. I can splotch them around here and there as well. something like this. Alright, let's set that back to the yellow. Make it a faded yellow. And there we go. And you know what? I'll probably repeat this pattern for it. For the other ones. Probably. I think this is a decent mixture of clean rock, mossy rock, and broken rock. Yeah. All right. Well, I think, yeah, it does add it adds an interesting texture to it. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Very worn, exactly, yeah. Mm-hmm. Well, I'm debating if I want to stop here. I don't know how you feel. I'm feeling a little... Maybe I'm mostly just hungry. I don't know if there's a pause stream option. Let's see. I don't think so. I think it's just... You're recording or you're not. And then it ends. Which is kind of annoying. I would like a pause feature. I'll get the edges for this one anyway. This track fits the vibe of the map well. Think so? It's Deep Homes from WoW. I'll go ahead and save there. Ugh. Let's make some clean spaces beneath where the structures will be, and then where they'll immediately come out as well. Make a sort of courtyard that's a bit more cleared in the middle. There we go. I'll just put scattering here and there throughout. Yeah. Very walk space, exactly. Let's see. And then, let's save. Oh, hold on. Oh, I forgot to put one onto this. There we go. Now, just wear and tear scattered throughout. Keep it irregular and ugly. Broken looking. Okay. All right. Let's go ahead and slide these around. Just make some ugly traces here and there. This is some happening music. Try some stuff here and there. Oh, autosave. Will you not let me be? Alright. So this should be... Oh, forgive me for not talking much. I think I'm just kind of out of it today. Let's get this area done. Just not super energized, I think. This should... There. Turn this to white. And this to the yellow. That's kind of interesting. It's not as crazy as I imagined. Nonetheless, it's clearly not one single shape though, so there's that. Alright. I'm gonna save and probably stop here, I think. It looks more real. Yeah, I think hopefully does. Yeah. Alright, wait, let me... There we go. Now, these can be set back to the neutral faction. As annoying as this guy is, he can be set to the neutral faction. These two can be set to the neutral faction. Which just leaves coloring this one, this one, this one, this one, this one. And maybe adding one here, but I don't know, we'll see. Now I'm going to reset the AI data. And you know what, I'll go ahead and give this map a test before I stop tonight. That seems like a good idea. Alright. Exactly. Alright, let's go to the working scene. Oh, wait. I forgot to copy paste it over. Alright, 1 second. Sandfar maps. Green desert. Maps. Paste. Replace. Alright, let's find Steam. Where are you, Steam? Here we go. And let's launch. Alright, so just gotta load up Empire, the Talasia save and see how it goes. Let's go back to some Mario music. Wait, debatably fitting Mario music for the Mushroom Kingdom. Alright. The Empire on the way to take Talasia, I think. I can't actually see the broken spots. That's odd. Trying to figure out where the broken spot ones are. Perhaps this is them? It's a brown spot. I'm not sure what it... how I feel about this. I do like the scattering, but I'm starting to wonder if maybe water would just look better. I don't know. That's one more thing to test out. Yeah, I will definitely test to see how I feel about heavy scavengers. How I feel about what you call them, water versus the sand. Capture it. Ooh, they got stunned and killed. But Blaze are fine, so. There we go. I will need to test the bombing run. Oh, interesting. Does look a little repetitive, but I wonder if having some of them partially sunk would help with that. Yeah. Hey Larry. Probably just wrapping up for the night. I'm feeling pretty tired and out of it. I have not been a very good streamer tonight. But we're testing out the map at the moment. Not so much to worry about the gameplay, but see how it looks. We did talk about bread, and it made me hungry. Alright. Yeah, sorry you came. Sometimes like when people come in and like the chat starts going off, I'm like, okay, you know what, I should just keep going because I feel energized, but I think I'm just too tired today. So I think I'm probably going to call it quits for tonight. If you want to see the map quick before I go though, that's easy enough. Alright, so this is what we got. Oh, I hate how EAW does shadows on mountains. It's so cursed and annoying. Though maybe I can like fuck with it to make it not do that, but we'll see. I spent the last few hours working on a new texture for my galactic disk model. It was interesting. I learned about new settings. That's good. So, fuck's sake, can you not leave me alone for 5 minutes? I used it. Army troopers are actually the best unit in the game because they give you the most power for their size, but they're also like for their cost, but they're also like kind of crap. So they're kind of the best and worst. So the flaw I'm seeing here is that these are all too uniform. So what I'm thinking is some of them at least I'm gonna like reduce by like 50 height, so that they're like not all uniform. That's what I'm thinking. It's gonna take some trial and error. Figure that out, but figure out which one's where. But how do I feel about this? It's a little simple, but I guess it's alright. I am kind of thinking the water might be better, but we'll see. Oh, excuse me. It's almost... You know what? Let's go crazy. Send them all the way to the base. So this guy. Dark troopers go fly over here. Interesting map layout. Are the pads landing pads or is it a park? These are landing pads. Oh, you mean lily pads? They're meant to look a little bit like lily pads. That's a pretty good shot. Nope. Interesting map layouts. That was weird. Wait. Oh, might have been the camera zooming out. So when the camera zooms out, sometimes when the unit dies, it zooms out to this bottom left corner. So I got certain shots on it, that Exilla map. As it is a landing pad, I feel there should be more road between them, but I will not complain. Define road. Take these guys. That's enough. Let's go. There we go. Here we go again. I'm not sure, but the ground is kind of special here, so that's not really viable. Bird. Oh, that would have been a good screenshot. Wait, I'm recording. I can just go back. My interpretation of those big stone platforms is they look like places where people may have held festivals or stuff, or perhaps where a market once stood. Either way, the map's pretty sweet regardless. I'm glad you think so. How did he live? Actually, wait, this is almost dead.
Kill it, kill it, kill it.
There we go.
Right away. Awaiting orders. Avoiding fire.
Oh, that was it. That's what I was thinking, D. That's why I mentioned a park. But yes. Alright. I'll need to remember to go back through this stream and try to get that screenshot. Because at some point in here, that looks pretty sweet. Anyway. Yeah. I am going to stop here tonight. I'm a little sleepy. Not sleepy, but like just a little off today. I'm glad you got to show up at the end, Larry. Let me figure out like a regular time to consistently stream. Stream? Yeah, no problem. Maybe I should like put out like a poll of what time works for people, but I don't know. You have a great night. Get together tomorrow. You as well, me. Good night, Larry. Good night, me. Stop streaming now.